We are drawing apples for day, oh gosh, I don't know what day this is. 6, 7, 8, 9. I think this is October 10. Anyway, today I am drawing some apple cider for this is Tony's October ATC challenge, and I'm just going to draw a couple of quick apples. I have this card that I'm going to put these on. I think I did this really cool jelly pull, and it's still on my desk, so it is fair game to use this. So I'm going to use this as a background for this card, I think, just to give it a little bit of interest and fun. And this is apple cider. So I decided I am going to try to sketch all of the prompts, and I haven't quite done all of the prompts, like black and orange I just did yesterday, and that I just did but you know, so I'm back today to try and sketch these because I mean it's just kind of fun to get a little bit of practice drawing. Here in the studio, I always am trying to do something a little bit fun and a little bit interesting. And gosh, I really just love this stencil. It looks so good. Okay. I think we need at least one more. I pulled this out, and this is like a piece of vellum, and I was gonna do the jug of apples. I was gonna do a jug of apple cider, but I do think that I am going to do it on this. This is a jelly. Gosh, a jelly print that I did. Sorry, my brain is not keeping up here. So I'm gonna just sketch this so it's about the size of this, so I know how big to make this. I guess I could just do a mug instead of a jug because these apples are huge, which is okay. I do want to do one more apple. I guess I could resize my apples and make them kind of like a little bit smaller. I have the ability to do that, right? This is a big fat apple. I'm gonna cut these out and glue them on. Yeah, this is just a sheet of deli paper, and I've jelly printed onto it, and at some point in the past, so I just pulled this out of my stash because I thought it would be fun. I could also use some green ones. I will use these apples a little bit later for something, I'm sure. I do feel like I am making these apples look an awful lot like pumpkins. I think they're kind of fat for apples. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe apples are like more like this. There you go. And Oh, that one looks like a piece of bread. Ha! Ha ha! This is fun. Okay, you could probably, if you had a heart-shaped punch, I think there's a possibility that you could make apples out of that and just cut the bottoms off of it. And you could maybe get some fairly convincing looking apples. I'm just using my Micron pen. I might color these in. I have like a black pen too around somewhere. I do think that doing the jelly print is kind of a cool way to go about this because it's going to give them a little bit of different coloration and they'll just look really kind of cool. And these are not, I mean, super perfect or anything. They're obviously, I think, a little bit better when they're not quite as perfect. And I like doing them all separate and then cutting them out. Fussy cutting them out, although it's going to be kind of a pain, I think, to do all of these apples. But at the same time, I like the idea of fussy cutting them out because then I don't have to worry about drawing them in layers. And so I cut out so many little small ones. I'm just going to cut these all out. And then I think I will come right back. Okay, so we have all of that, and then what was I saying? We were going to put these on this background before we put them on the card. God, these apples are absolutely gorgeous. Okay, I really love them. I don't know if we can use those together. They're kind of, I might need some sort of a bucket or something. That might be what we need next, is a bucket. What else have we got over here? Okay. I think I have an idea. So I have, these are just some paper, some cardstock that I have left over on my desk that I have not cleaned up. I was crafting like crazy all for like the last week and I have not cleaned off my desk even a little bit. But I think I'm going to make a barrel out of these anyway. And I think it'll be kind of cute. And that'll be kind of a barrel over here. And it's going to be holding, our apples will be stuck, are going to be piled in the top of this barrel. So I can use more of my paper to make just kind of a, let's see how we can get this to work. It'll be a big barrel and of apples, and then we'll just have like a grab this back and we'll have some bottles over here for apple cider. I think this will work. The only thing is I want to get these, ooh, I'm messing all our apples up. Okay, let's do first things first. I want to cut these down. We're building our own barrel. right? Okay. I think is what I need to do for building a barrel. How are we going to build this barrel? I think maybe is what we want to do is put a piece of paper down to attach everything to. The other way is we can just glue these down directly onto here. Maybe this is more like a bushel than a barrel. Maybe. Okay. I do kind of think it needs to be like rounded on the edges. That's kind of a thing. Am I right? I feel like that's a thing. I could leave it very much like that, so it's just an impression of a barrel as well. I have not thought my way through this as well as one might have liked. Hold on. Let's just see. I just want to make kind of a little bit of a basic shape here. Based on what exactly do I want my barrel of apples to look like. Okay. So I'm just gonna, I've sketched out this barrel and it's got the rounded sides, and I'm gonna make that dark at the top. Okay. Okay. This will be the barrel of apples. Okay. So, fantastic. Okay, great. Let's see how much glue we have left. Probably not enough. No doubt I'm almost out of glue. I keep thinking I need to just throw this one away, and I have another one, and get that out and start using it, but then I'm like, well, I mean, there's still a little bit left in there. We don't want to waste it. It has been raining today. I'm super excited about that. We haven't had like rain in, it's just been like a long time since it's really rained, and it's so nice to have rain come. This would have been easier if I had just not cut these into pieces. I am gonna go ahead and ink the rest of these, which I do think is kind of the benefit of maybe having cut these into pieces. being a barrel maker today. There's a name for that, I'm pretty sure. I don't know what it is, but there's a name for people who make barrels. And I don't think it's barrister. Heh. Farrier? Farrier? Might be farrier? That sounds French. Is that what it is? Does anybody know? I'm sitting here making barrels, so I can't look up the word for the word for the thing that I'm doing. What is a farrier? That is a good question. Okay. That is, oh my gosh. Okay, with the inking, of course, everything looks better. In case you guys didn't realize that, which I'm sure you did. I actually, a couple of years ago, went on a tour of a whiskey place. And they, of course, are the people who talk a lot about, you know, barrels and oak-aged barrels. I guess that and wine. That was a lot of fun. I was super excited when we went in because I have a background in microbiology, and of course my favorite thing was where they were growing. They basically grow a lot of yeast. They're basically making beer and then they distill it into whiskey. And just you go in and see these huge vats. I always do very small amounts of bacteria. And they were doing like vats. It was very cool. Anyway. And they took us out and told us all about their barrel aging process. And also they talked a lot about how it was charcoal distilled and how they did that. I have a degree in chemistry, so I'm super excited about, like, this is cool. So you could make this kind of a little bit rounded on the page. Oh yeah, that's gonna happen. You know that's gonna happen. Watch this. So I'm just going to, I wasn't going to do this way, but I am now. I just decided. I'm just gonna use these as little tiny tabs. I don't know if that's gonna be big enough, but it's gonna have to be. Yes. Cool. And then I just need a piece of this. I guess I can use this. This is gorgeous cord stalk. Okay. There you go. I don't know if this is gonna benefit from inking or not, because it's just so dark already. And it's, I mean, like, it's dark all the way through. It's not like it's not brown in the middle. It is. Okay. Yeah, it's stormy and rainy, and it's starting to get dark, but it's not completely dark, and it's just been, I love it. Especially since it hasn't rained for a while, so it's just super nice. Okay, I'm getting glue everywhere, and I'm gonna leave these long. Oh my gosh, this is starting to look cool. I'm sorry, I get carried away a lot, and but that's the fun part. Getting carried away and just kind of getting an idea and then going with it is kind of my forte here. what am I supposed to do about it? Hello, Jim. Did you come to see me? You can go in your bed. Oh, you can't go. I have thrown all of my jelly printing stuff up onto the cat bed that is there for Jim, and so he's letting me know you did that. Oh, right. Oh my god, this is so cute. Okay, so what I want to do, and I guess maybe the way to do it would be to put a spacer in underneath here. That might be the best way. This looks so cool. It's adorable. That is absolutely adorable. And I think I can really and truly probably make this work if I glue these down. I just want this to be... That is the silliest thing I think I have ever seen you do. His little legs are just, I mean, he's sitting forward and... Yes, okay. Now he's curled up. His little back legs are just all curled out towards me. Such a silly boy. You're such a silly boy. One of the other cats scratched his face. I think it was one of the other cats. I guess he could have scratched his own nose. They're usually pretty good. But sometimes they're not. I am going to put that there. And it's not got a lot, but it does have just a tiny little bit of dimension where it's sticking up off of this card, and it is kind of cool. That is kind of cool. Okay. So, having done that, I'm going to grab this. I wanted to kind of put the apples in. I'm gonna wait. We're waiting. I just want to get a bottle or some bottles or something for the cider to be in. And these are going to be, I think, we could do a whole stack of bottles. Not. So I'm going to mark here. That is the size. More or less, I need it to fit in this in here. We're enjoying the fall. I was gonna tell you about Johnny Appleseed. So Johnny Appleseed is this big American folk hero, and so the legend of this guy goes that Johnny Appleseed was just this guy, and he was kind of a free spirit, and he came around the American frontier back in the day, and there wasn't like a lot of people here, and things weren't very as developed as they are now, and Johnny Appleseed would come around, and I kind of always picture him as like being barefoot. I don't know if that's part of the story or not. And he just had this bag full of apple seeds, and he'd come along and plant apple seeds everywhere, in all these small towns and little villages, and everywhere he came across, and he'd plant all these apple trees that would then grow up to be apples. So the thing, and that's the story that we tell children, and so, you know, you think this is very wholesome, and you think of the, like, oh, an apple a day keeps the doctor away, and all of that, and it's very kind of nice and wholesome sort of a story. But then you think about the fact that, like, apple trees are, like, not really, the thing with apple trees is they don't grow from seeds. To be, like, if you have a Red Delicious, it's a bad example, if you take your favorite apple and you plant a tree and you wait for it to grow for years and years and years, and you think it's going to give you back that apple that's your favorite apple, and the thing is they don't really breed true. So when they do that, they take the apple tree that has the apples that you want, and they graft it onto the stalk of another apple tree. So most of the apple trees that you grow up from seeds are going to grow to be like crab apples, or just very, I mean, you never know what you're going to get, is what I'm trying to say, because they're not genetically capable of just reproducing the same thing. So you have to do this other way. So Johnny Appleseed was going around planting all these apple trees, and the intent and purpose of this was not really necessarily so that you could have apples to eat. This was really, they were making, distilling them to make booze, and I don't know, I can't remember now what they make. Is it brandy? Out of the apples. So they were really making moonshine out of these. All these apples was really the intention. So, this might be a little bit of a, you know, hard apple cider rather than a sneaky apple cider. So I wanted to tell you that story while we were doing this. There you go. So we could put a little XXX on here. For maybe it's a moonshine. So, thanks for joining me today. I am having a fabulous time. I am also following, like everybody else who's doing this challenge. I'm trying to keep up. There are a lot of channels participating, so there's lots of opportunities to kind of hop around and see what everybody else is doing as far as this challenge goes. But it's super fun to get to do these. I'm having a great time here, just trying to draw my way through October, and it is for sure, just like I said, just fun. And Tony is amazing, and she does some really great art, and along with some of the other channels are just fabulous, and it's fun. and they're having really a lot of fun with their videos too. So I really recommend that you kind of channel hop around, follow the hashtag. I'm gonna put a link hopefully in the bottom, I'll remember to do this, to the hashtag where Tony has a playlist, and you can just watch all of the everybody who's tagged her is in there, and you can follow that, and it's the easiest way to follow the challenge and jump in and do some of these prompts. They're super fun. I'm sure you guys all have some really great ideas out there. So that is my card for apple cider, and another fantastic card that I just, oh my gosh, I love this. It's so cute. I will see you next time for the mystery prompt that I cannot remember. I should write this down and just put it up here along with the name of the challenge. Anyway, I will see you next time, and I'll be back tomorrow. That's the beauty of a daily prompt, for more of the Tony's October ATC challenge. Bye!